When your adopted child becomes aggressive, it can be really terrifying. And not just for you, but for them, for the other kids in the family. It's very unnerving when the aggression really creeps in. And I've worked with a lot of families where there's been some aggressive behavior for a long time, but especially as kids get older, and if they actually start hurting somebody. So you may be wondering at this point, like, is love really enough? And I want to talk to you about how important it is to create safety in your home. So aggression, yes, it is communication, as all behavior is. It is the nervous system in distress, and it's tied in a lot of times to defiance. Like, well, when they don't get what they want, this is what they do. But you have to realize also that it is their nervous system. It is that their brain is hijacked, and so they're not, from what I've seen anyway, they're not really in their right mind. I'm not talking about kids that are plotting their evil, right? Like, most of the aggression that I've seen over the 20 years that I've been doing this is very much in the moment. The brain is hijacked. They are in total distress, and it's coming out in this way. If you are watching them and very close, like they may play aggressively, they may interact in aggressive ways, and so it's kind of their communication. Their pictures may be very dark that they draw. It's in their mind, kind of this aggression and this violence. And I don't personally think that it is super helpful to spend a lot of time trying to figure out, where did you learn this and where did this come from? I like to deal with it as it is, but I want you to first understand that this aggression is communication. Is this the kind of communication that we want? No, because I teach and help parents that safety is the most important thing. And I do that by creating structure. We do that by, I teach you how to regulate and how to co-regulate with your child, and how to have clear, definite boundaries. And so, but safety is the first thing. Like, in my Healthy Foundations family program, the very first part of that is that we want that aggression to decrease by 80%. And that's, I want you to think about your child right now, and if their behaviors were 80% better, what would that feel like, and what would that be like? And if I could just wave a magic wand and make it better for you, how would you know? Like, what would be the first thing that you would know in the morning when you wake up that today is going to be different, that it's not going to be this way? I also want to say too that with aggression and with safety, it's not all the time, and that's what kind of keeps us off guard. I have so many parents that tell me, like, they're really a sweet kid, and they really are, and they have a lot of great parts, right, and things that they do, but when they flip their lid and that aggression kicks in, it's beyond just normal tantrum. And I want to be able to help you to know that you can deal with this. When a lot of times when kids are really aggressive and safety is a big concern, the parents, the only way they know how to deal with it, the only thought really that we have, because we're escalated, is I've got to get this kid away from me. I've got to keep them away from my other kids. This is not safe. And all of that is you're on high alert and on high defense, and you need to be, right? Like, if this aggression is happening, there's holes in the walls, there's doors broken, your other children are afraid. I've seen kids just walk by and hit their sibling, and there's, they're just told, like, oh, stop, or whatever. Like I think you need an assertive plan to deal with that aggression, and it's going to involve creating structure. It's going to involve teaching you how to create safety so that your child can feel it. I adhere to what Handle with Care says, which is a behavior management system that I'm highly trained in. And they say that there's no dignity in allowing a child to hurt themselves or to hurt other people. And I totally believe that. I don't see any dignity in it. So when the schools are not doing anything, they're not, I mean, they're concerned about it, but they maybe they don't know what to do. And so it keeps happening at school. When other caregivers are trying to manage with it, and kind of just, well, we just keep them calm. We just give them what they want, you know. When especially, I know that you're probably trying to find some kind of medication that's going to curb that aggression. And also keep in mind that some of the medication your child may be taking already can increase aggression. It doesn't mean that I'm against medication. Some medication is the only thing that we have that's keeping our kids even somewhat sane. So I'm not against it. It's just we have to really look at those factors, and we have to know that the most important thing I feel is that we teach it in the home, that your home is safe and that they are safe also from themselves. I talk to parents quite a bit about if children have out of control behavior, you are going to have to take control of that child in order to help them to be able to get self-control. They don't have it at this point. It's great to allow children to make choices and to, you know, to run the show or whatever it is you want to do, and to avoid, you know, making any demands. But the fact of the matter is, I'm sorry, my phone is. The fact of the matter is that your child, if they're out of control, then there's going to be external force that takes control of them, whether that's putting them in a safe room at school, whether they have to, you know, they're older and you have to call the police, although I've had some younger kids where the police have to been called. So safety, I want to help you to develop a safety plan, because I don't take this lightly, and it's not something that I can teach you in this video. I just want you to be aware that if you're struggling, if your child is aggressive, it's terrifying, and it's not to just be like, oh, they're going to outgrow it, because if they were going to outgrow it, they would have outgrown it after they were 2, and they haven't outgrown it. And the aggression has an escalation. It goes up if we do nothing. So aggression, it is communication. We got to figure out how to help them communicate better. It's not, we can't just say, oh, they're defiant and that there's nothing we can do. Oh, there is a lot that we can do. And safety is first. Your safety, their safety, the safety in your household. I want your family, I want your house to feel safe. And then I want to teach you how to connect and how to co-regulate with your child, so because it really changes everything. And to help you to know how to guide them through that when they're really upset. There's a lot to that. The other part of it is that we're always working on repair and how we help your child to come around it, to turn things around, how to feel safe, and to be able to express when they are upset in a different way. And yes, this is not just another video telling you that you have to be calm through all of this. Your regulation does matter, but you have to have action. This is going to require you to have some action. So what I want to tell you is that if you're living with the constant fear of the next explosion, you don't have to do this alone. You can get help. And I want you to know that there are people like me, parent experts, family experts, that want to help you specifically in this area. And it's going to require you really taking charge of this situation and creating a safe and stable home for your child, even though I know that you're already doing that the best that you can, specifically with aggressive children, and in adoption, especially We want to create safety so that this child can learn to deal with all of the pain and stuff that's going on inside of them in safe and healthy ways, and that your family can grow and develop. Whether you have to send your child away or not, they're going to come back into your family, and we want it to be safe. So follow me, get some help, email me, whatever you need to do. Go to parentingchallengingkids.com. Don't take this lightly. I don't.